everybody, it's Amy Dreyer, the Director of Foster Kinship and Parent Group Services at the Coalition. I'm here to talk about the Child Only or Non-Parent Caregiver Grant. This grant is available to people who are taking care of children that are not their biological children. So if you are a foster parent, you cannot apply for this. You must be a guardian, a custodian, or have some kind of indirect or direct placement. For example, if you're a neighbor who's taking care of your friend's child and you have not gone to court for any reason, you are still available for this grant. So people ask all the time. If you need further clarification, you can call us anytime. I'll give you the 800 number at the end. But kinship circumstances that are not foster. So if the child resides in your home and you want to apply for this grant, you need to go to the Temporary Assistance Office at the Department of Social Services, or you can go through ACS in New York City. So a TANF grant is a Temporary Assistance for Needy Families grant. It is available so that families can achieve self-sufficiency. It comes to the counties through something called a block grant, and it is designed for the state to operate programs that accomplish this self-sufficiency and help to families in need. And kinship non-parent caregiver grants fall under this category. So that's where it comes from. The amount of the grant is generally less than you would have gotten if you were a foster parent. For foster parents, the amount is generally greater, and the services that come along with a child being in foster care can be greater. So weighing those options early is a good idea. You can either talk to someone at ACS in your department. Again, you can talk to someone at the Coalition. So weighing those options early is generally a good idea. So to receive the full Child Only or Non-Parent Caregiver grant, you will need to help the departments or the agency figure out the whereabouts of a parent. So if you know their address, they're asking that you give that address. You are able to say that you don't want to give any information based on safety, which is not out of the ordinary, because if the child comes in due to domestic violence, abuse, or neglect, criminal charges, you may very well fear for your safety or the child's safety, and it's okay to say that. You also may not know the whereabouts. If a child is essentially abandoned with you, you may not even know where the parents reside, and it's perfectly fine to say that. Say, hey, she dropped this child off with me 6 months ago. Once in a while I get a cryptic email or text. I have no clue where she or he is. So that's perfectly fine. Be honest. Public benefits such as SNAP, HEAP, and WIC may also be available to you, so check with your Temporary Assistance Office or check with ACS. See what's really available based on your income or the child's income. So if you work, you can apply for for childcare. So if your income meets a certain criteria, you could also get that. So don't forget about all these other things. If you're not getting a foster subsidy or any other kind of subsidy, don't forget about these things, especially the Child Only grant, because every little bit helps. Something worth noting is that some children may also qualify for Social Security disability benefits. Realize this does negatively affect SNAP and the Child Only grant. So you kind of have to weigh, what works best for the child and what works best for the family, and realize that for Social Security disability, the parent's income will be taken into consideration, because they still, even though the child's not in their direct care, they still have rights. Their parents' rights haven't been terminated. Also important is the fact that if your family is already receiving SNAP and you add the child, that's considered income. So there's kind of a, I don't know what you want to call it, a way to figure out what would work best for your family, basically. And someone at your department, agency, or someone at the Coalition can certainly help you try to figure all that out. In conclusion, New York State has published some great booklets on kinship rights, which I will tag in the comments section, as well as how-to videos, so you can apply for the Child Only or Non-Parent Caregiver grant pretty easily. So be well, be safe, reach out if you need us. We're here 24/7, 888-354-1324. Thanks so much. Bye.